Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Irvin, with another chapter review on a manga. This is going to be a new one, and I decided to do this one. Yes, I'm still on vacation. Yes, I'm recording off my phone and in my van. And I decided just to do it because it's a pretty good one. I didn't want to wait until a week or two late because, just why not? I am enjoying my time free in vacation. I have about a week that I'll be out in my house. There's not much I can do because of the virus, but I am enjoying family time and really just catching up on manga. And this is one that I decided to start today. This is going to be on the first chapter on Time Paradox Ghostwriter. It is new in Shonen Jump. You guys can find it there. The first chapter is free and open for anyone to read. I believe they do the first 3 chapters, and then after that it's the latest 3 chapters. So up to chapter 6 they'll be all free, so take some time and read it. The first chapters are always longer, and that's something that I'll talk about in the review, why they're like that, and I didn't realize they were all like that, but now that I think about it, yeah, they're almost all like that. But anyways, guys, before I continue, a few things. If you have not done so, make sure you subscribe. I promise I don't have, not all my videos are this quality. Most of them are better quality, but I'm vacationing. I don't have all my equipment with me, and I decided just to record now. Make sure you check out my other chapter reviews. I just did The Promised Neverland in my channel, and I'll have other reviews as well as Bone Collection and other stuff like that this coming week. And lastly, guys, there is a spoiler alert because I will talk about it in some detail. So, Time Paradox Ghostwriter Chapter 1 follows the story of Sasaki. And Sasaki is a guy who is really trying so hard to reach that dream of being a manga writer. The whole series, I guess, is going to follow him becoming that. And I guess the steps to becoming one, and really, there's another story behind it, but for the most part is the steps to becoming a manga writer for Shonen Jump. He starts with explaining how there's a whole process to it. First, you have to get a rookie award, and then after that, the second step is to get a one-shot manga. Now, if you don't know what a one-shot manga is essentially it's a manga that's only one chapter. It's typically they're basically like OVA. Sometimes they're spin-offs of series. Other times they're like they're just like to bringing a new writer so we understand how he writes and how he does his series. After that step is when you get to writing chapter week after week, and he wants to get there. That is his goal, that is his dream. And to get to the one-shot manga, he needs to get to this certain his series needs to be picked by an editor so that the editor can bring it to a meeting, where in that meeting, out of multiple series, they'll choose one to have a one-shot. So he's trying hard. He's tried hard for years, and that his dream has not happened. So when you first see him throw a chapter, a series to an editor, and the editor immediately says, "It's trash, I don't like it, the characters are dry, you don't know how to write a plot, there's nothing interesting or unique about it." And he says, readers and reviewers are just gonna kill you about it. Now, I'm a reviewer, so that's funny. Like, it's fun to see, they actually acknowledge the fact that there's YouTubers, there's commentaries, there's writers. I would say YouTubers are probably at the bottom of the list of reviewers, but there's so many people that will review your series, and they'll tell you straight up. They'll tell you straight up if it's good or not. And I've done that before. I've been in video and said, I don't like it. It sucks. And I don't mean to hurt no one's feelings, but with so many manga being released, he's right. Reviewers, readers as a whole, you want to get their attention. And You have to be unique in what you do and what you say and how you write it, and if the plot's going to be unique or if it's just going to be something that we've read already and very similar to what we have heard already. So he tells him that, and he goes back home and rewrites a whole series overnight. And then again, he gets shut down, rejected again. So, the characters are so similar. You can tell you're trying hard to make them unique. Quirky is not unique. Quirky is just you trying hard to make them unique. So, he's not really getting the feel of being a writer. He goes back home one day. He's just given up. He doesn't want to give up, but he's given up. And when he says he's going to give up, lightning strikes his house. That his microwave starts burning. Now, this is one thing that I was a little bit like, what? He uses a bucket of water to turn off the fire. I'm pretty sure you don't turn off an electrical fire with water. But anyways, he did, and essentially he's freaking out about how all this is just going down in the dumps, and his microwave dings, and he opens it, and it's a manga from the year 2030, 10 years in the future. He reads it, and in it is one series that ends up being amazing. He loves the character. He loves the premises. It's about an all-night world where he's trying to kill, I guess, one certain person to bring back the world to normal. And he just loves the plot, loves the story. When he goes back to it, he can't find the Shonen Jump manga magazine. It's weird. He's like, maybe I hallucinated, maybe I dreamed about it. So he goes straight to it and writes it down, writes the story down, says, you know what, it was probably a dream, it's in me, why not write it, why not actually make it into a story and see what happens. Now, this is where it comes to it. He explains how a one-shot manga compared to a first chapter manga are slightly different. What he read was a first chapter manga. A one-shot manga is about 45 to 47 pages, whereas a first chapter manga, like this one, is about 55 to 58 pages. So about 10 pages he has to remove for it to become a one-shot, and he has to kind of conclude the story enough where the readers feel like it has concluded. So he does that overnight, rushes to the editor, calls the editor, says, give me one more chance. The editor says no. He barges into the building, and after the editor rips one on him, saying, he's not worth it, he's not ever gonna make it, the editor-in-chief comes out and says, Sasaki, I actually liked your rookie award, series. Let me see what this is. And he actually reads it and says, you know what? This is not good enough for a one shot. And you think, was he shut down? Well, the next pages is a girl receiving a shonen manga weekly, book, and it's The White Knight. The story that he thought about is actually becoming a series. So he jumped the whole one shot, step of becoming a manga writer to actually writing chapters of the story, White Knight. Now, who is this girl? Why is she at the end of the chapter? Well, she is a 17-year-old high school girl who, when she sees it, says, why is my White Knight story in Shonen Jump magazine? And he says, Ozaki, you're dead. So she's actually the girl that in 10 years, her series would have become a hit. So he's receiving stories or mangas from the future, which is the future, which would have been her future. So what's going to happen? God only knows. It's a great premises. One, it gets you a foot into the whole industry of manga, how it all works from the side of the writer and the editors. But two, it also it's unique. It's unique. You don't really get stories like this where you talk about the writer of a story. Usually, it's the plot and it's an actual story. So I don't know. I myself was really intrigued with the story. I thought it's gonna be a good one. Very similar to, I think, was it My Sister's the Only Thing I Need? It was about a writer as well. Except a lot of other animes that I've seen that are about manga writers, they're more focused on how quirky and unique manga writers can be in their methods of writing, whereas this one was more focused on the industry and how he wants to get into the industry, but the industry is so complicated that there's so many steps to it. You just can't go in just because you want to go in. So great premises, great story. I recommend it, at least for the first chapter. It is, again, 57 pages, so pretty lengthy chapter, but it's a nice chapter to read. I think you will like it. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna stop there. My light is finishing. It is pretty late here today. I think it's like 8:40 right now. So my son is going away. I'm gonna close here saying I hope you guys enjoy this review. Make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. Get me to 3,200 before June. I would highly appreciate that. Thank you for loving the support. There is a giveaway happening. Go check it out, guys. And like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.